Hey Woody, we're doing a Facebook Live. Could you tell us a little bit about your organization?
A fresh what?
Facebook Live.
You don't know what Facebook Live is? That means a Facebook, and they're
I'm
doing
not
a
on
live
Facebook.
video.
Oh, okay. I don't do Facebook, but
But if you could tell us
Lots of
about
people
your
do.
organization.
well, we started our foundation in 2012, and the first Gold Star Family Memorial Monument was erected in West Virginia to actually represent West Virginia loss. And we thought basically we're finished, but when we applied for our foundation, 501(c), we had to have a goal. So we set the goal as having one Gold Star Family Memorial Monument in each state.
Wow.
That was our goal. And we weren't sure how we were going to do that, but we had to set a goal, so that's what we set. And as soon as we got ours up, a son of a father that was killed in Vietnam in Valley Forge, Pennsylvania, saw it on the internet, and he said, "Well, we got to have one of these at Valley Forge." So he organized a committee and got it done, and we went up there for that dedication. Well, we thought again, we're done. We've done two now, and we're done. But there was a Jefferson's Jefferson School for Boys in Tampa, Florida. Now, one of those boys was a Gold Star family relative, and he was looking at it on the internet. And he got with some of the other boys, and they went to the instructor and showed him what was on the internet. And he said, "We want to put one of these on our school grounds." And the instructor said, "Well, I'm sure that'd be all right." He said, "I'll check and make sure," but it was. But he said, "You guys got to raise some money because we don't have any money for that." So the boys, there were 250 of them in that boys' school. They took it upon themselves to raise $60,000.
All right.
They mowed grass, sold T-shirts, washed cars, whatever it took. It took them almost a year, but they raised $60,000, and that was the third one erected in the country. And from there, it just began to grow.
We're glad to have you over here in Parker County today.
Well, we're in 38 states now, and this will be the 41st completed Gold Star Family Memorial. We have about 44 in process somewhere in forming committees or organizing fundraising or something. But there's 44 more throughout the country that's in the process. So it just continues to grow. And it's the communities that are doing this. People in the communities realize that these folks sacrifice more than any of us.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. And they've never been recognized. They've never had any honor or tribute at all other than Gold Star mothers. Gold Star mothers have been pretty well recognized over the country. But nobody ever used the term or said Gold Star Dad. Why?
I don't know.
I don't either. Nobody knows the answer for that. It just kind of slipped through and nobody did anything about it. I was a survival assistance officer on a few cases way back during the Vietnam thing. Because they had to have somebody as an officer go to the family before they would release the information about the loss and tell them, it has happened, here's what happened, and give them some explanation and offer them any assistance that they could. So I was on 2 or 3 of those. And in one instance, Dad was the only survivor. Mom was already gone. So, but we just never did pick up on Gold Star Dad, nor Gold Star family relatives. We never went any farther, basically, than Gold Star Mom. But now this lists up every relative who is related to that individual, regardless of how he lost his life, or maybe a she. There were lots of thinking when we first started, well, if he wasn't killed in combat, you're not a Gold Star family member. Well, it doesn't make any difference how that guy
The loss is a loss, isn't it?
Loss is a loss, and the grief is a grief. And regardless of how it happens, you have the same reaction.
The hurt is a
The
hurt.
hurt is there, you know. So it's an educational process, and people are learning, and there's more information about Gold Star families today than there's ever been in the country.
And thanks to people like you and your organization, your foundation.
Well, we're just a cog in the wheel. If you didn't have committees, people in the community to do it, it could not move. Just think
right.
of the committee here.
Absolutely.
It would have been impossible any other way except Kay and some of these folk just took the lead and off it went. And now we're here to
We
celebrate.
appreciate it. And I know the folks in Parker County appreciate it. The Gold Star families appreciate it.
Well, Texas now has 3.
Yep.
We have Fort Claiborne and McKinney and a park. What's the name of it? Falls Park? No. Well, I don't know. It's a big park. Anyway.
Is it in Denton?
Huh?
Is it in Denton?
No, it's not in Denton.
No.
No. I can't remember them all, but anyway, you got 3 in Texas, and they're working on a whole lot more. The guy in charge of all the state veteran cemeteries, and you got 4 in Texas, he's going to put one of these in every one of those cemeteries.
That's good.
Absolutely.
You know, I know that today is not about you. It's about the Gold Star families. But could you just tell us just a little bit about your service and how you were a Congressional Medal of Honor recipient?
Well, I have the Medal of Honor because of others. There's no way in the world I could have received the Medal of Honor unless others felt me or what I did worthy of receiving it. And on Iwo Jima, the general in charge had set Iwo Jima up altogether different than any other island that we'd ever hit. He'd been educated in the United States. He went to some of our best universities, so he knew our strategy better than perhaps some of our generals, you know. But the information I have indicated that he built or constructed 800 pillboxes on Iwo Jima because he felt that way you can't break through them. They're concrete, you know. And if I have enough of them, there's no way they can advance. But the flamethrower was the most effective weapon for that purpose because you could hit it with bazookas and artillery, but that didn't do anything because the people were inside and foot-thick reinforced concrete, so it couldn't break it up. But the flamethrower, you could get inside the pillbox, and that's what I did. I don't know how I did it, have no idea, can't explain it, and much of it I don't even remember. I'm sure fear took care of that. Eliminated 7 of them one afternoon in about 4 hours and opened a path. We broke through. So from there on, we're on our way to the north.
And the rest is history.
The rest is history.
Well, thank you very much, and I look forward to visiting with you a little later today.